everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica of Miss More Style. I make videos about fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and travel. So if any of those things sound like something that is interesting to you and you are new here, hello and welcome. I'm so glad you decided to check out this video. Make sure that you hit this red subscribe button right down here and ding the notification bell while you're at it so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. You can also find me over on Instagram, where I am pretty much daily on my stories sharing fun behind the scenes of my life and more fashion and travel content. So make sure you go find me over there. You can always find all of my social media handles down in the description box below. Alright, so today I'm really excited about this video. I'm going to be doing a sort of like a chat with you all about the fall 2020 fashion trends. I've taken quite a few weeks to sort of take my time and go through this handy little app called Vogue Runway, which is like something that I love to look through every new season. They have all the photos from all the different runway shows in there, and I've been sort of combing through that for the last couple weeks and taking notes on the trends that I saw on the fall 2020 runways. I'm really excited. I always love fall. Is my favorite time for fashion. I love the layering aspect of it. I love being able to mix different color tones, like really rich color tones and textures for like a very wonderful look. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love spring and summer fashion, but fall fashion to me is just like, it's so like awesome. Of course, these are trends. Do I love all of them? I think I'm into all of them, but obviously some of these might not be for you personally. I totally get it. This is just meant to be more of like, you know, a for your information kind of video so that you can know sort of what trends to look out for this fall, maybe trends that you want to try and incorporate into your looks this fall and winter. Without further ado, let's just get into it because there's a lot of stuff to get through today. Okay, so the first trend that I really noticed on the fall 2020 runways was cutouts. So cutouts in all different types of ways, right? So this is one from Rosie Azulin that's really cool. It's got this kind of like cut out sweater that's showing just like a peek of skin up here. I think that's very, very sexy. This is another great cutout. It's a sweater and I really like this. I would totally wear this in real life. I feel like this is a very manageable way to wear cutouts, and this is like a really small one, but as you can see, like just different little, like these cutouts, they give like some visual interest and just like a peek of sexiness to a look. This one on the other hand is a little bit different. I'm absolutely in love with this look. Those bows, which is another trend we'll get to in a second, and the like metallic fabric, which also is another trend. Like, wow. This is really interesting from Burberry. Just kind of like cutouts all throughout. Obviously not all of these are completely wearable, but these are runway looks. You can take a runway look and sort of interpret it into your real life in a way that's a little bit more accessible. I love this one. This look is so badass. Some of them are very small, like this one's just a very small little cutout right here. Okay, this one, that is wild. Would you guys wear this look from Christopher Kane? I think it like kind of gives me like circus clown vibes, but in a really chic way. I think the cutouts are really clever because it goes with the shapes of the print. And it also is a very interesting version of cutouts. Like they're just very like almost like slits, but it's still a cutout, still gives that sort of visual interest to the look. The next trend we have to talk about is shearling. Shearling is something that really evokes like the 70s to me. It has that sort of like retro feel to it. This look from Chloe is so like boho. I definitely get the 70s vibe from it. And you can see the coat has that shearling collar as well as the cuffs on the coat. Such a cute way to rock shearling, and that's one way that I think is like a really easy way to have shearling in your wardrobe, is to get a coat that has the collar and sort of the cuffs and the lining be shearling, and it's just like poking out. And from Chloe, same idea, very 70s, kind of like bomber-esque. This is really cool. And those big wide leg jeans. I think I've mentioned this in a couple hauls, but skinny jeans are really not the thing this year. It's all about baggy jeans. And I really don't know how I feel about it. How do you guys feel about that? Will you wear baggy jeans, or will you wear like more slim fitting jeans still, even though that's like technically not like in style? I don't know. I'm having a hard time with the baggy jean thing, to be honest with you. Is from Acris. This is a shearling coat. Kind of has that like teddy bear sort of look to it. So if you guys have any teddy bear coats from last year, definitely can still rock them this year. They are still super in. So we also saw a lot of coats like this one from Miu Miu that has that sort of shaggy trim on the inside. It really gives me like Penny Lane vibes from Almost Famous. You know what I'm talking about? That is really what that says to me. But a lot of coats with this like dramatic sort of like shaggy faux fur / shearling sort of trim inside them. And from IRO, I absolutely love this look. You can see in this outfit. She's wearing one of those shackets that I think I've told you guys about underneath the coat, and then underneath the shacket she's got a sweater worn on top of like a really flowy dress. I love that styling. It's so, so cute. Like I said, I really love to layer in the fall. It's one of my favorite things about fall fashion. This one is another great shearling piece with the shearling on all the like seams in the coat, very neutral. This one, okay, for a second I was like, wait a minute, this one got put in the wrong album, but no, it is correct. You can see on her boots, the top has shearling poking out of it, which is also another great way to incorporate shearling if you aren't like a fan of it being in a big, like, in a large capacity on your outfit. This is a great way to do it. I love this coat from Christian Dior. It's sort of like a bomber type jacket. I have a really similar style jacket to this, so I'm definitely going to be trying to style this. What I meant to say at the beginning of this video was I'm going to try to upload a video soon where I take some of the runway looks and try to recreate them with items that I already have in my closet. That's going to be a separate video, so hopefully that one gives you guys some ideas of how you could maybe incorporate some of these trends that you might already own and make them into like a 2020 like really awesome current outfit. This Prada coat is so cute. It's kind of got that teddy bear sort of look shearling on this really shiny, cool gray leather. Leather is also a big trend this year, so I want to actually get into that next. Oh my god, it is hot! I thought I would be cute and wear a sweater since I'm talking about fall fashion, but it's so hot in here. I need to open the window, I think. So obviously leather is always something that's going to be in style for fall and winter seasons. I feel like it's just a staple fabric, but the reason why I'm talking about it specifically in this video is I feel like the leather that we see on the fall 2020 runways was so interesting. Like, leather was coming in all different colors and all different silhouettes, like not just jackets, not just pants, but like really cool dresses and skirts and shorts, like tops, anything, like literally leather, anything. Here's what I mean about being in like all different colors and silhouettes, like this beautiful like deep turquoise sort of jacket from Isabel Marant, stunning. And then I love this look from Balmain. The shoulders are so fierce. It's like head to toe leather with that big belt that makes me think of like WrestleMania or something. I am in love with this look. And this also kind of evokes another trend that we're going to get into in a minute. That's sort of the lingerie trend, but this is just so tough. It's something about it, like the like baggier leather pants with the baggy like oversized sort of 80s sleeves on that jacket, and with those like very girly shoes. And the accessories. This is a really cute dress. I think drop waists are like a really big thing too. I'm not really going to talk about that specifically, but I did see a lot of drop waists, and I saw a ton of like leather gloves on like in a ton of different collections, which I'm obsessed with. I love gloves, and I love these really long leather ones. Unfortunately, I used to have a pair. They were my grandmother's, and I wore them to a winter wedding like years ago, and they fell out of my pocket of my coat somewhere at the reception. I'm gonna have to get a new pair. I just love them so much. They're so feminine and retro and glamorous. I love this look. Something so androgynous about this, and in that red leather with the red turtleneck and the red hat. Amazing. I absolutely love this look. I love the sort of like way that it's a moto jacket, but it's kind of feminine, the way that it comes in at the waist, and it has sort of like almost corset stitching and detailing in it. So freaking cool, and that camel color is just so rich and beautiful. Jacket is so cool. The color is really interesting. It's sort of like an army green. It's got those big poofy sleeves, and paired with that like sort of like navy blue leather skirt and then that rust colored shirt. I just love the color combination as well. This is so fabulous. Okay, it is a cape, a red leather cape. We're gonna get to capes in a second because capes are like massive this year, but love that blue with the red. It's sort of like an oxblood red. Oh, stunning. Saint Laurent had so much fun, like colorful leather. They had a lot of these like really skin tight, like PVC looking pants, and I love these. They're like this electric blue. This is what I mean by like interesting leather. Like the leather is coming in all colors this season. This one from Self Portrait I had to throw in. I thought it was really interesting. You can see sort of like the just like little fine details in the top of this dress. It's very Self Portrait. That's one of the reasons why I really love Self Portrait, because the details in their pieces are always just so exquisite. And I love that sort of like ruching, I guess you would call it, there in the center. Like, that's insane to me that this dress is leather just from all these like really teeny tiny details. Like, that is a look. The next trend that we kind of have to discuss, I'm calling it fun tights. This is something that I noticed on a lot of the runways. There was a lot of tights happening and a lot of fun colors and fun patterns, and so I had to go ahead and do this. It's going to be a short little section, but I just wanted to point it out because in case you're really into hosiery, this is going to be the year for you to shine. I love these from Paul and Joe. They're kind of like a sheer with like a polka dot. And then you saw a lot of like white tights on not only the Alessandra Rich looks, but other runways as well. I think they really give like a nice like pop of like contrast. These, like the red tights with like that plaid that you can see, like it's bringing out that little like bit of color in the plaid, and then with the pink, I just think that is such a great and awesome color combination. More of the polka dot tights from Paul and Joe. I love these, like they're like zebra print tights, and she's got them going into these boots that sort of look like zebra print as well. It is freaking awesome. Marc Jacobs had several looks that have these like very shiny kind of like lycra looking tights in the same color as the look that they went with, and I absolutely love it. It almost looks like it goes like over their shoes, if you can see that. Like very, very interesting. I love like a monochromatic look, and this is just like so cool in my opinion. These were awesome. Like they're kind of like a lace. Yeah, it's like a lace, a black lace tight. I think that looks so fierce. It would look so, so cute like underneath like some of the little like tweed shorts that you can find during like the winter time, or like a mini skirt. She had quite a few fun leggings and hosiery and things, and I love these like bright red ones with this look. It's kind of random with the like black and white and the light blue, but I think it really works. It makes the look like really pop and look. But let's get into talking about some colors that were really noticeable this year. The first one that I want to talk about, give it its own space, the color red. Red was all over the runways in like beautiful dresses and coats and looks, like just very impactful looking looks. And I have to say, like red with black was a pattern that I saw a lot, like with this Balmain look. I freaking love that. This like Altazura look, it's like head to toe red with that fuzzy bag and the fuzzy shoes. Oh, I love it so much. Elie Saab is one of my favorite designers for like beautiful dresses, and I saw this and my jaw literally dropped. It's so pretty with like that sheerness. Love this coat as well with that high neck and the bow. Two things that we're going to get to again soon, but this is just so pretty. It kind of evokes like old world, like Victorian look. And then I mean Elie Saab was killing it with the red, to be honest. This suit is just so stunning. Valentino, we all know Valentino knows how to do red. I mean, who can forget that dress that Gwyneth Paltrow wore the Oscars, I think it was the Oscars, like years ago, with that big red bow. But this dress is so beautiful. Sequins, it just looks so slinky and like metallic. Oh my god, literally, like when I saw this coat, I was just in love. It's like cropped sleeves with the long black gloves coming out of it. Like that is just retro glam perfection. This is so feminine and like retro, kind of like 60s feeling. I just love the shape of this dress so much, and paired with that, like, I don't know if you would call that a beret, but it's like sort of like reminds me of a beret. And Saint Laurent, they had, like I said, some really cool colorful leather. This dress was so cool, and she's got like the red semi-sheer tights with the red heels and the red lip. Monochromatic looks are like becoming my favorite very, very quickly here. If you guys haven't watched the Gucci show from the fall 2020 season, you need to go watch it. Just, it's so theatrical, it's so beautiful, but like I loved all of their looks, and this look was so awesome. It's very punky, and it's in this sort of plaid, which is another trend that we're going to get to in a second, but I also really love how they have this sort of like harness over it. You'll see a lot of these harness type looks on other runways, and it's really cool because I have something like this. I'm so excited. That will be in my 2020 styling video. Yeah, there was just a lot of red on the runways, so much that I had to give it its own section in this video. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about color-wise are jewel tones. I would say the most popular jewel tones that I saw on the runways for fall 2020 was emerald green, deep blue, and sort of like a marigold or a chartreuse. So you can see just some of the most stunning, like deep, rich, beautiful jewel tones. Like I love these colors. I'm so excited for these to be popular because you guys know that I love color so, so much, and I really do love wearing all three of these colors. They just look so beautiful for fall. Ugh. That coat. Like, damn. Damn. And that blazer. Like, Saint Laurent, like, I wanted the whole collection. Like, every single thing. And so stunning. That, like, bright marigold. It's, like, I feel like people don't like to wear, like, bright yellow for fall and winter, but I love wearing yellow, especially in the winter when it gets, like, to be kind of, like, dreary out and the sunlight doesn't last as long. Like, yellow just always makes my mood so much better. This look was so cool. Like, I mean, That's just amazing. I want to go, can I have this for my ski trip? Please? Please? Okay, I had to go and change out of that sweater because I was sweating. Okay, so now that we've talked about colors that are going to be very big this fall, let's go back into the neutral category. The thing that was absolutely massive on the fall 2021 rise was just all the spectrum of shades of skin tones, flesh tones, nudes, and I'm here for it. So anywhere from like cream to deep brown, and the whole spectrum and gamut in between is massive this year, and sort of wearing them in sort of monochromatic ways. So like you can see from Hermes, this like brown, chocolate brown suit, this beautiful like sequin situation from Balmain. Like I just want to, wow, that just took my breath away. That is beautiful. Like sort of camel colors that you guys know I'm obsessed with. I love this like camel tone so much. I'm like, this kind of gives me like military vibes, I have to say. This is very much more simple, but I really love it. It's like incredibly simple, but it's just those camel colors. They're different tones, but it just works so well. It looks Dolce & Gabbana, man. That whole show killed me, but this look is awesome. She's got like the 2 bags and it's all monochromatic look with like that sort of shiny dress underneath with the leather. Absolutely beautiful. You can see that it's just a lot of browns and creams and camels going on. Now, the next trend that also has to do with color, or very much lack of color, is black. On the runways, I saw so many just like completely black looks. Just like head to toe black, with maybe this one has like a little bit of white in it, but like just black from head to toe. It looks so chic. I mean, I usually do stray away from wearing black a lot in the spring and summer, but in the winter I do really enjoy wearing it. I think the way to make it interesting is, like I said, to mix different textures and fabrics so that it's not completely flat. Like it gives it some dimension to the look. Now let's talk about some patterns that are going to be big. I feel like this is like saying florals for spring is a big thing, but I feel like plaid is huge this fall, and I honestly feel like plaid is always big in the fall and the winter, but this year it's definitely still going strong, and you see it in a couple different sort of ways. So you see it in like a more ladylike version like this, like more preppy, and then you also see it kind of punky and cool like at Vivienne Westwood. Like wow, this look, this doesn't get much more punky, but these are the 2 different ways. So this is like a more preppy version of plaid, and I have to say I like it both ways. I think it's really interesting both ways. This is kind of a fun look. She looks like she's wearing like a plaid like catsuit with a plaid cardigan over it. Probably not a look that I would wear in real life, but I really love stuff like this on the runway. It's definitely a very easily recreatable look from IRO. Versace had some really cool, very like punky sort of like hard like masculine looks with the plaid. Something about this is like very preppy but kind of punky but also kind of feminine at the same time. Loved this look from Saint Laurent, like that red plaid blazer with like the black upper collar and the like leather skin tight leggings and that big plaid bow blouse. This is just like, this was probably one of my favorite looks that I saw while researching for this video. I love it so much. I also saw a lot of like mixing of plaid. So at Burberry, you could see she's got this like brownish plaid with a green plaid. And then like Burberry did a lot of this where they just mixed different plaids together, and I think it has a really cool look. A very punky version of the plaid. It's like very 90s sort of styling. It looks like it's sort of like a cut off like boyfriend shirt, and she's got it with that like dramatic skirt. That is dope. Plaid, I think, is something that's always in style. It's always coming back in the fall, but there's definitely fresh ways to interpret it to make it new and feel like current for the current year and season that you're in. Another really big trend this year was like preppy inspired trend. So like it manifests itself in 2 different ways. So the first way is kind of like a sporty classic preppy, and then the other way is like a very ladylike Upper East Side, sort of like Blair Waldorf from Gossip Girl inspired. So I'm going to show you the preppy, like sporty, more classic interpretation of this first. And in this, there's just so much argyle. Like go ahead and get yourself something argyle, because there's just argyle everywhere all over the runways. Seriously, Chloe had a lot of it. I love the sort of like sweater that Balmain showed here. It kind of reminds me of like old school like Ralph Lauren or Tommy Hilfiger like back in the day. This sort of like motif, if you know what I'm talking about. It's very preppy. It almost looks like a crest or something. And I love this look too. Like I'm so glad Bermuda shorts are like going into the fall, but this time with tights underneath them or hosiery, because that way you can, if you bought Bermuda shorts in the summer, you can extend them into your fall wardrobe. This, it's hard to see, but I'm going to zoom in. Sweater vests. Sweater vests are totally part of this preppy look. This one's kind of got definitely an edge with that leather skirt and that belt, which I love. But sweater vests are going to be a big thing this year. You're going to see it a lot in this section. And Argyle socks. Like, this show was crazy, but I really love everything that they were doing here. Pinstripes are another thing that I saw a ton of on the runway that fit into this preppy look. And here we go, pinstripes yet again. You can see that very, very preppy like little patch that it's got on there. Lacoste was like the primo like example of the preppy like sweater vests and athletic preppy sort of look. This is like a very oversized like varsity looking sweater thrown over this dress. Little cute like skater skirts or cheerleader skirts. Preppy blazers with like neckties and little stripy shorts. Okay, this look from Burberry, comment below which Hogwarts house this is giving you. I'm not going to say, I want to see which one of you guys are Harry Potter nerds. That's just like the sporty version of what I would consider to be preppy. Now, so again, Alessandra Rich had so many looks that sort of exemplified this. It's almost like so over the top, but I'm so here for it. Literally, I could see Blair Waldorf wearing this outfit. So cute. Like, there's a lot of bows that sort of accentuate neckties, and I love a cute bow necktie. I think it's just super cute and whimsical. These like scream like modern Jackie O to me. And tweed with like the little pockets that kind of gives that Chanel look is definitely in this. One of the massive trends this fall is a cape. Capes were in all shapes and forms, like actual capes, cape jackets, cape dresses, cape tops. So this sort of like cape vibe was literally everywhere. I could go on and on about this. I'm just so glad that I didn't throw away my cape coat that I had from years ago, because it is back in a big way. Ponchos as well as capes were really big. So you see this big like oversized poncho from Isabel Marant. But I just love the like different variety of capes that there were. I mean, they came from like super dramatic like this, like that is just gorgeous, to something like pretty wearable like this black cape would be. This is just like a top, but it has that sort of cape draping over the top. This is so cute. I would totally wear that plaid one from Paul and Joe. So many capes. The shoulders on this Givenchy one are beautiful. This is like a sheer cape lit that goes over something. This pink one from Giambattista Valli. But yeah, almost like every collection that I looked at had a cape of some sort or a poncho of some sort going on in the collection. It's a massive, massive trend this year. So I probably will do a blog post soon about like places where you can find affordable capes if you want to rock this trend, because it is huge. Like huge, huge in a big way. So the next couple trends that we're going to talk about, I feel like have been trends for a while now. The first one that I want to get into is the lingerie trend, which I feel like has been going on, but I'm talking like slip dresses, corset details, bustier type things, wearing like bras as tops. Like this is all very much still a thing for the fall, as well as like sheer overlays. So like showing off like your underwear. So first let's look at the lingerie. The Vivienne Westwood corset on this outfit is so beautiful. This is like a really pretty like bustier top. As you can see, she's got on a little bra top peeking out from underneath her jacket. We've got like bras that were on full display at Christian Dior. I feel like they like to do that though. Dolce & Gabbana also had plenty of lingerie inspired outfits with different like little lacy slips peeking out of the bottom of things, or just like bras showing. This corset number with the tie, I think that's such a cool look because the shirt that she's wearing is really oversized. It looks like she's wearing like her boyfriend's shirt and tie, but she just like whacked a white corset on underneath it. It's so cool. This is not lingerie, but you can see the inspiration of it. If you zoom in, you can see it has like seams that look like boning and then like little, looks like cups sewn into that coat. So this is sort of getting more into like the sheerness. So not only do you have the lingerie poking through, but you've got these cool like sheer overlays that go over the top. I absolutely love this. She's wearing like a little bustier, but she's wearing it over this sheer blouse, and then that beautiful fringe beaded skirt. This is probably another one of my favorite looks that I saw when doing the research for this video. But I just think it's really awesome. There's different ways that you can interpret this look and wear it, whether or not you want to be covered up or you don't mind showing some skin. There's just so many cool ways to do this. Like for instance, this self-portrait dress, it's very covered up, but it's got that sort of corset detailing in the bodice of the dress, so you still get a bit of that trend. In keeping with the Victorian theme, we saw a lot of really bold statement sleeves, which I love. I love a poofy sleeve. So poofy sleeves, like on everything from like jackets to sweaters to capes to dresses to all like so many looks on almost every collection had big dramatic poofy sleeves. And y'all know that I'm here for it. I have poofy sleeves in almost every single one of my hauls, so I love it. You know what they say? The poofier the sleeve, the smaller the waist. It gives you like a sort of optical illusion, which sort of draws your waist in. It's fantastic for making you look slimmer. Fringe is another trend that is massive this winter, and I love that because I freaking love fringe. And we see it in all different forms. It's like very folky sort of look from Paco Rabanne that I love. But a lot of looks have this like very like slinky kind of like long fringe going on, or has like the fringe trim on the bottom of like jackets or skirts. I love the tiered fringe on this one. Things like this fringe, just I'm sure the when she walks it looks incredible. And so look for fringe like embellishments, like she's got it on her sweater. Look for it on jackets, on bags. You can incorporate fringe in so many different ways. The last trend that I want to talk about for 2020 that was massive was sequins and metallics. So we saw a lot of stuff that was either just covered in sequins or using fabric that's very shiny and almost metallic. So many sequins everywhere, and then these beautiful like luxe metallic looking fabrics that just look so beautiful in the light. Like, look at that dress. That is a showstopper. So beautiful. It's almost like a pink foil. This jacket I thought was so fabulous. But you can see like metallic pants, a metallic little jumper, this beautiful maxi skirt from Givenchy. I love this suit. Very, very like masculine sort of cut, but that fabric, oh my god. Oscar de la Renta. Y'all, that is so beautiful. This is like very glitzy and glam. I feel like this looks like the Great Gatsby almost. I love how you can also see she's got like a corset going on underneath there. So you can just see like anything that's sort of shiny and glitzy and sparkly is going to be something that you should not shy away from. And I personally think that sequins are great to wear day or night. It's all about how you style them. And you don't have to reserve it to the holiday season. I think it looks great any time of the year. Here, there was definitely some more trends that I could have talked about, but oh my god, I hope this video does not become like so long. There was just so many cool things to get through. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope it sort of inspired you and gave you some new ideas of things that you can style for this coming up fall season. Make sure to hit that subscribe button because I will be doing a sort of the 2020 fall winter runways inspire my outfits video where I go through and find some looks in these shows and hunt through my wardrobe to recreate them. So thank you again so much for watching. If you've made it this far, I really appreciate you, and make sure to leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think about these trends. Which ones are your favorites? Which ones are you excited to try? And are there any that I mentioned here that you like will never wear and you hate? Leave me a comment down below. Let's chat in the comments. I love talking to you guys down there. I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye!